Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of linear equations and the distributive property. This is standard A.5A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 46 of the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got an equation here. We've got the variable w, looks like it's on both sides, and we are going to need to use the distributive property because we see we've got this 2 being multiplied to the expression w minus 9, and we've got the 8 being multiplied by the expression w plus 2. So we're going to need to just distribute that out and just ultimately get all our w's on one side and see which one of these works. So let's start with writing it down. Let's look at this left side first. So I want to distribute out that 2, which means I multiply it by the w and multiply it by the 9. So let's rewrite this. So it's going to be minus 2 times w, so that's minus 2w. Now I've got a minus 2 times a negative 9, so that's going to end up being a positive 18. So we can go ahead and simplify this. 7w minus 2w is 5w's. And then I've got a minus 2 times minus 9, positive 18. All right, so I'm looking pretty good on one side. Let's get this other side working here. I've got this 4 minus 8, and that's being multiplied by the w plus 2. All right, so I can distribute that 8 to multiply by the w and the 2. So it's 4 minus, and then 8 times w is just 8w. And then I've got a minus 8 times positive 2, so that's going to be a negative 16. So I've got a 4 minus 8w minus 16. And so what I need to do is I need to go ahead and just bring these together. I need the 4 minus 16. So that's going to be 4 minus 16 is going to be negative 12 minus 8w. All right, so I've got both sides down to just a w and a constant. I want to get my w's all together, and I'm going to end up wanting my w's to be positive. So let's go ahead and add 8w to both sides, because what that's going to do is that's going to cancel that, and that's going to get me positive 8 w's on the left side will make it 13 w's. So it's better that than have a negative w, because then you have to multiply by negative 1. All right, and then let's go ahead and bring this down so I get a negative 12. So let's get that 18 over here. I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides. That's going to be 13w equals negative 30. And then divide by 13. Looks like we're good. W equals negative 30 over 13ths. Okay, so I'm seeing this right here. So how do we double check this? Well, what we can do is we can just write it out like this. 7 times negative 30 over 13ths, right? Minus 2, and then negative 30 over 13ths minus 9. Right, now that's quite a bit. So let's see what we could do with the calculator here. See if we can get that working. There we go. All right, so let's get our graphing calculator going. And we have our two equations. So let's just figure them out. So I've got a negative 30 divided by 13. That's 7. And I'm going to minus 2. And I've got another 30 divided by 13 minus 9. All right, so that's 6.46 something. All right, let's see what the other one is. All right, I've got a 4 minus 8. And I've only got a 1 negative 30 over 13 on the right side of the equation. I'm going to add that to 2. And what do we get? The exact same. So it's going to be a very difficult decimal. We can use our calculator, but we just double checked our work. We know that D is going to be the answer because we've got that negative 30 over 13, and we plugged it back in, and it works in both situations. We put it in there, put it in there, and put it in there. So our answer is going to be D. W equals negative 30 over 13.